Tony, it's Thursday, and first off, to answer your question of the week, no, I didn't watch a Saturday Night Live skit. I honestly don't usually watch SNL. I like it when I do watch it. It's just not something I ever really get around to watching. So what I want to talk about this week is a lot of terror, fear, and dread, but not our current terror, fear, and dread of the American experiment collapsing around us. Instead, I want to talk about ghosts. So, obviously, it's October. Obviously, it's spooky season. So, I want to talk a little bit about ghosts, why I think people are drawn to them, and my personal opinions on spirits, ghosts, etc., etc. So, first off, let's talk about why ghosts, or why I really want to talk about ghosts, is not only because it's spooky season, but also, there's a fantastic game that just came out that I've been playing a lot with Jay and Taylor, and we're going to be playing with Aaron today as well, called Phasmophobia, which is actually the scientific term, one of the scientific terms for fear of ghosts, and it's been really fun. So the framing of the game is you're a ghost hunter. You and your team are going to investigate these locations, trying to get you get some money off it. You try and catch some evidence of ghosts, and it's trying to kill you. Now, I had heard about it for a few days, but I finally played it last night, and oh my god, it was so much fun. I was screaming in many regards. I died once, and it was terrifying because it was this little baby ghost just crawling at me as it just attacked me and killed me, and I screamed. I actually felt bad. I woke Justice up from a nap with my scream, but it was scary, but it was so much fun. We're actually playing it tonight with Aaron, so I'm looking forward to that. So now let's talk of why people are drawn to ghosts in the first place. And I have a theory behind this. It's a theory that also goes with like why people are so drawn to anything supernatural or paranormal, ranging from cryptozoology to ufology, I think it's ufology is what the term is for studying of UFOs, and obviously paranormal studies and ghost hunting and things like that. So I kind of have two theories as to why people are so drawn to it. The first one is that there's just a real primal enjoyment of being scared. And the reason why I say that is because when you're scared and your fight or flight acts up, you get a huge adrenaline kick. And granted, as soon as the adrenaline kick is gone, and assuming you were okay, you can kind of look back as the adrenaline wears off, and it sticks with you for a while. And I think that's part of it, and particularly I think when it comes to like ghosts, or at least watching ghosts, because it doesn't really impact you, because you're watching other people do it, you get that same adrenaline hit without the fear of death. And I think the other reason why people are so drawn to ghosts and cryptids and things like that is because it's a massive, wide world out there. And the one thing you can say about humans is we want to know everything. And if another thing pops up that makes us think in a different way, either we embrace it or we flee from it. And when it comes to ghosts and cryptids, there's just a primal thing of there's more to this story than what I can see, and I want to know what the answer is. And I think that's why ghost hunting shows and supernatural hunting shows are so popular, is because people are drawn to that very idea. I mean, I know I personally am. I love watching ghost hunter shows, I love watching UFO shows, and I love watching like BuzzFeed Unsolved when they do like their supernatural and things like that. I love watching shows about Nessie or about Bigfoot, because even if it's all crazy, and a lot of it is, it's still that slimmer of thought of just like, what if this is real? What if we can actually do this? What if this is actually a thing? And it makes the world a little bit more magical in a way, because life itself kind of sucks. I mean, let's be honest on this, like, at least the modern day life has a lot of benefits, but also has a lot of drawbacks, and the hunt for the supernatural, to add more mystery into your somewhat normal world, is something that just drives you. Now, as far as my personal opinions, I'm somewhat mixed. Cryptids I don't believe in. I don't think Bigfoot is real. I don't think the Loch Ness Monster is real. Those things I think are just folklore that gets turned into stories that get turned into tourist attractions, for lack of a better term. And that's where I stand on cryptids. Aliens absolutely exist. The universe is way too massive for them not to exist. Like, quite, in my personal opinion, there's someone who is making a video for his brother halfway across the universe, the same way I'm doing this for you. So aliens absolutely exist. But ghosts, I'm a little hit or miss on ghosts. Now, I think that energy lingers, if that makes sense. Like, we all live and die, and we impact the world in our own ways. And I don't think that energy goes away when you die. I don't necessarily fully believe in demons and ghosts and those type of hauntings, but there's definitely a lingering energy that... a memory, almost. You leave a memory of yourself in the world, and even if no one is there to remember you, you still exist in that way. And I think that's kind of where I sit, is I don't necessarily believe in the intelligent haunted places and ghosts, but there's a lingering energy that you leave behind just due to the way you impact the world. And I think that's my opinion on ghosts. So my question for you, Tony, is what is your opinion on ghosts? I will see you on a spooky Monday. Later, Tony.